which in my opinion is going to change the DeFi world as we know it. Hi and welcome to the SwissBorg's weekly look into DeFi. I'm Domen, product manager at Yield Product, soon to be updated to SwissBorg Earn, where users will be able to earn yield based on the risk appetite and expected return. In this week's episode, we will look at DeFi on Acala, real yield narrative, Ribbon Earn, seller network, C-Bridge, and make sure you stay till the end to find out the latest news about the ETH merge. Let's go! So first we will take a look at Acala, which is a new DeFi protocol launched on Polkadot, and they are also an issuer of the decentralized stablecoin of Polkadot. It's an algorithmic stablecoin called AUSD. It's decentralized multi-collateralized stablecoin backed by cross-chain assets. Stable by design with the value relative to US dollar, and it's de facto a stablecoin of Polkadot and Kusama ecosystem. And what we have recently seen is actually a huge increase in their TVL. So their TVL this week jumped from around 60 to 70 million above 1.6 billion US dollar. And we can see that it's mostly coming from the Acala, and we have also Tapia protocol, which is using the Acala chain as well. And what actually happened is that due to some defect or some bug, some white hackers supposedly were able to mint across 1.6 billion AUSD. This happened because there was a bug in HitBTC/AUSD liquidity pool. And what happened later is that the Acala team outreached on social media and they asked the white hackers to return the funds. They identified the wallets holding those funds, and they also decided that these funds will be burned. What happened with AUSD? So AUSD depacked completely and went from $1 or even above $1 to 0 point something cents. So why the team decided to ask for return on the funds and why they have to burn the tokens, majority of it at least, is to restore the pack. So what we can see currently that they have almost successfully restored the pack. Still it's trading just above 10 cents lower, but hope this goes well and that the ecosystem will thrive. We need DeFi there, and this is a great product otherwise in my opinion, and they have huge potential since they are tapping into the system, and there was just a question of time who will be the first one to tap into this system. So I wish them all the best. I wish that white hackers return all the funds and that the token will restore the pack, and I advise you to monitor it closely because there is some great things happening there. Now let's move to the real yield narrative, which in my opinion is going to change the DeFi world as we know it. So how could we benefit from this? I believe that we should be out there and looking for the protocols that create real revenue and therefore can pay out real yield. So what has been different from before? Before we saw a lot of protocols such as Axie Infinity, such as Anchor, paying out huge token emissions in their own token and huge rewards therefore. So they were doing that to attract the TVL, but in reality, they did not generate any revenue, and this is not sustainable on the long term, as we can see. I believe that there are some protocols that are doing great, and how we can find those protocols, the easiest way would be that we just go to the tokenterminal.com and we can see depths, and then we can take a look at these protocols. So we can see these protocols are generating a lot of revenue. And I believe, in my opinion, that there will be new coming and the trend will turn. And also those protocols that are paying huge incentives today and have juicy APYs, APRs will change. They will figure out that this is not sustainable. You can do it at the beginning for a very short time period, but at the end, sustainability matters and the narrative is changing. So let's see who's going to win in the market, who will have the best revenue model, and who will pay up the most sustainable yield. A very interesting strategy launched recently on Ribbon Finance. So they call it Ribbon Earn, a pretty cool thing. I have used Ribbon myself in the past. So as you can see, they promote it by earn up to 15% APY on your principal with full protection in the strategy. Ribbon is a decentralized option vault, or at least they are known by that. But what they did right now is that with the new Ribbon Earn, they introduced a product that is more like set and forget. So for the users who are holding at the beginning only USDC, they allow you to generate yield through lending, and then they would enhance that through purchasing options, and you get some exposure, but it is capital protected. So instead of trading it and doing it on your own, they allow you to benefit from the weekly moves in both directions. So either the market goes down or the market goes up, you get some APY in return. They have backtested it and they had great results. As you can see, they have accrued almost 17.23% and they realized 10.37%. We can also see what the percentages month by month. They are actually working together with Credora to evaluate the creditworthiness of the market makers or the borrowers. And as I said at the beginning, it's a great product. It's an all-weather yield product. And you can also take a look at Ribbon. And I can say that we at SwissBorg Earn are also considering how we could somehow in SwissBorg Earn offer products like this or implement the structured products such as a covered call, put selling, and so on with a great UX. Of course, you can see that the APYs are quite juicy, but you also have to know that there can always be loss with all these products. So if you go into the covered calls or into the put selling, there could be loss and the loss could be huge. So I would advise you to stay a bit cautious with it. And let's move to the seller network. That's a bridge. What we have recently saw is a tweet from Seller Network saying that they have seen a potential DNS hacking of C-Bridge front end and they're investigating it at the moment. I have also seen some other tweets saying that they have been hacked for just above 240k USD. We saw just recently the Nomad Bridge hack, which was just immense. And now we are seeing that they are actually telling the people to check their transactions and check the token approval, check the contracts. And this is also one of the most popular bridges. Their TVL is just around $240 million at the moment, since they allow users to transfer across different blockchains. We can see that they offer a lot of different blockchains, and so far they have not been hacked as far to my knowledge. And let's see how this one will play out. I would definitely be careful at this very moment and maybe try to avoid C-Bridge for now, just to see how this will play out. And I wish you good luck with using bridges. As you know, you have to be careful when it comes to bridges, which in my opinion, it's gonna be the top and hot topic for the next 3-4 weeks. It's the ETH merge, which is supposed to happen in September 15th or somewhere around that date. It's not really clear because it's set to the block time. And what we can also see is that there will be an ETH POW fork. I personally do not believe in it, though there is a certain percent of miners who propose the fork. And why ETH POW, in my opinion, will not work, because there is not going to be any DeFi around it. There is not going to be any use cases, or at least not projects building on it. Everybody, like, the whole idea is that we move to the ETH proof of stake, right? And everybody is going into there. The narrative is going into there. It's more environmental friendly. It will give us so much more opportunities, and we have waited for this so long time. So let's hope this happens in September, And I believe that maybe before that, ETH will not thrive as much, but post merge, ETH will thrive and Ethereum proof of stake will thrive. Just great opportunity there. And keep an eye on this one and follow our news that we will publish in the following weeks. I would also like to invite you all to follow the Anthony's video, which will gonna be released on Sunday. It's gonna be a great video. So till the next week.